So we were just packing up and getting ready to hit the road. We've got 9 days ahead of us. We've got a few little spots that are kind of picked out, and some friends we're going to meet up with along the way, but for the most part we're keeping this one wide open.
We got original weenies. We got jalapeno weenies.
Jalapeno weenies?
Yeah.
So we got Koopy coming with us for the first leg of the trip. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whenever we're packing for a trip, Cooper always freaks out. Yeah, even if he's coming with us, he always thinks he's being left behind, and he's super tuned into what we're up to. So he's just glued to us right now, following us around the house, trying to make sure he doesn't get left behind. Well, we had big plans for some cinematic exit with drone footage and footage of us getting in the car and all kinds of stuff, and instead it's pouring rain out and we are late. We're racing for the ferry and we're hoping that we make it on time, because yeah, otherwise the next one's not for a few hours, and that's going to make for a late entry to camp. But we're on the road now. Coop's with us. He stopped whining, and yeah, we're racing to the ferry. So the amazing thing about BC ferries is, even if you have a reservation and you get to the terminal before the reservation cutoff, if you're stuck in line and you don't get to the booth before your reservation cutoff, you don't get your reservation. So we're hopeful we get on this boat, because the reservation cutoff is at 9:25, which you can see it just clicked over to. We're still a couple of minutes away from the booth, and yeah, otherwise we're going to be sitting here in the rain for a couple hours waiting for the next boat. Fingers crossed. Yep.
You don't have to know if there's more questions here?
No, yeah, we're good. Thanks. I always love that, because with the reservations, you never know if they're actually even acknowledging that you get one. They're like, oh, that's good.
Right.
And then they just stick you in the regular lane.
I know.
Okay. As Sandra just said, it's August in British Columbia, and we're on our way to a place called the Sunshine Coast.
Beautiful weather. Not impressed.
We made it onto the ferry.
Coop stoked. Ferry time. We made it. Taw's Bike Garage in Powell River. So we just got off the ferry, grabbed a little emergency pump and a cable lock for the rack. We actually bought this, or borrowed this rack off a buddy, because we're in the market for one ourselves, but trying to figure out exactly what style we want and everything. So got a North Shore rack, which is pretty sweet because it actually keeps the bikes vertical, makes things a little tighter. But we had to get a cable lock, so here we are. Guys at Taw's helped us out. They're a pretty good little shop here in Powell River if you're ever out this way. Sandra got poo on her shirt from Cooper. After arriving at Earl's Cove, we headed for a campsite that had been recommended to us by some friends, but upon getting there we quickly realized it wasn't for us. It was packed with dozens of groups who had come over from Vancouver for the weekend. So we quickly threw our plan out the window and carried on down the Sunshine Coast to meet up with our good friends Nick and Carly and start hunting for a new place to set up camp for the night. After driving around a couple of hours, we finally found our spot. We pitched our tents, made some dinner, and curled in for the night. So we got here late last night. Not late. What time did we roll in? Probably 6:30? Okay, yeah. Wasn't late at all. But it was starting to get dark. We weren't 100% sure where we were going to end up because the first spots that we went to just kind of flopped. We planned on going to Klein Lake. It was just packed full of people. There was like probably 50 groups there, and yeah, it just wasn't our style at all. So we decided to go towards Halfmoon Bay and just started heading up logging roads and just kind of hunting around. We ran into a guy just in the middle of the wilderness walking around with a rifle. He was super surprised to see us.
I saw this the first time I ever seen anybody here.
Oh really?
Yeah. Walking like
perfect. Said he'd grown up here his whole life and walked around these woods and hadn't seen anyone up this far with a vehicle in years. But yeah, we were stoked to see him because he kind of pointed us in the direction of this spot, and we've ended up with this wicked spot on the lake. So we're pretty happy, and we're just going to take advantage of it over the next few days. So what all are we making here, Nicholas?
eggs benny on croissants with bacon, tomato, and avocado, and then hash browns.
Nice. Eating like kings in the forest.
Charlie's over at the Jeep cutting up pineapple and watermelon with a 3-inch knife.
Nice, perfect. It was really good to spend some quality time catching up with friends, but before we knew it, the weekend was over. They had to get back to the city for work, but for us, the adventure was just beginning. We had a full week ahead of us with no plans and no responsibilities. It was time for us to hit the mainland and start exploring. In the next episode, we head towards the Okanagan and its epic fire lookouts. You're not going to want to miss it. If you've enjoyed this video, taking a second to click the like button will help us grow this channel and help other people find our content. We would really, really appreciate it.